anything new or cool that gets to happen with FinCon X because it's virtual that normally wouldn't be a part of this in-person FinCon?
I think there's definitely some aspects of it that we're hopeful, and certainly with some of the meetups, that those people who feel intimidated by walking into a large room full of 1,000 people in an expo hall and who maybe don't know a lot of people, um, we're hopeful that by doing these Zoom meetups and having a lot of them and having them really focused on different things you might be specifically focused on, that is certainly for the people who are maybe more introverted, who have especially if they're newer, maybe last year was their first event and they just don't know as many people in the community. We're really hopeful that this will be an opportunity feels a little bit more like a low barrier to entry to help people get into the community and see what's going on and meet some people in that way. That's one of the things I'm probably most excited about
Yeah.
with the virtual, because I mean, even for me, who I would consider myself fairly extroverted, it can be overwhelming, especially the first time you go. And so I'm really excited to have an opportunity to let people meet in maybe a lower risk environment, or at least one that they feel low risk in. I think somebody said, Tom said he's going to have, his pajamas on during this. And so that
I'm
certainly
sorry,
helps you make more.
pajamas, P-Y, what are pajamas?
Pajamas.
Are those Canadian pajamas, Tom?
Can,
Yeah, no, along the same lines, I'm most excited about the accessibility
yeah.
factor of FinCon X.
Yep.
You touched on all of that, but making it a low barrier to entry for people who may have been watching for a while, trying to decide if they wanted to go. I think for brands as well, I just want to point out, like, if you're at our live event, our in-person event each year, our booth price is drastically different for FinCon
Yeah.
X than it is for the in-person event, simply because of logistics and how much it costs to actually have a booth. So I think for brands that have considered sponsoring FinCon for years, or people who are solutions providers who market to the FinCon community, there is a low barrier for entry to be a sponsor and have a virtual booth and kind of, again, dip your feet into the FinCon waters and decide if it's something you would like to invest more in later. Like, the potential to include people who have either not been able to attend for whatever various reasons, calendar conflicts, the price point, whatever, they're able to be included in this. And I love that accessibility, that because as many people that want to come and be a part of this community, we're better for that.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point too. Especially the whole, we've consistently tried our best to keep the price point accessible. But even if the ticket price is fairly accessible, depending on where you live, the planes, the hotels, like all of that stuff can be tough. And so yeah, I'm super excited to see some people finally get to attend that just maybe haven't been able to in the past.